Hello and welcome to another F22 Total Air War Let's Play video, and today we're going to fly the Air Egypt mission, and we've got to draw the enemy fighters in preparation for the Scud missile elimination. And here's the map of the waypoints that we need to fly. First we'll need to refuel before we can do our combat air patrol. So let's go, and we're in the F22. We're going to put our engines on and go full power. If we look back towards our wingman, there he is, and off he goes. He always takes off before me. And now we're airborne. Time to put our wheels up. It's a nice sunny day. It's about 3:15 in the afternoon. Taking off in Saudi Arabia in the desert. I'm going to tell my wingman to go in a V formation because we're in friendly territory and it's nice to fly close together. And there he goes. We'll put our autopilot on, so it'll take us to the next waypoint automatically. We're coming up to about 20,000 feet, flying at the speed of sound. And if we check our fuel, we need to refuel using the KC-135 refueler. They didn't refuel us at the airfield, unfortunately. And the refuel, I believe, is at waypoint 3. And we can check on the tactical display. It's over 100 miles away, so we need to make our way over there. There's no enemy airplanes nearby. There's some ground targets, or ground contacts, sorry. If we look at one, there's an F2000 taking off, a friendly one. There he goes. So we just need to make our way over there, so I might use the Shift T to speed up time. Just have a quick look around. Out of interest, if anyone is interested, my F22 joystick has finally died on me and I couldn't repair it, so unfortunately that's got to go in the bin. Or I might sell it and see if anyone wants it for parts. It's a really good joystick, the F22, but unfortunately it doesn't last forever. I won't be buying a new one, but I have got a Cyborg V1 that I'm using now as my backup joystick, and it works okay. It's not as smooth as the X52. I might see if there's another X52 come up for a good price, and I might get it. Okay, we're coming up to the KC-135. Have a close look at it. Yeah, so if anyone's wants a recommendation for a good flight stick for the PC, then Saytech do make good sticks. If you can afford it, go to the X52, but if not, the Cyborg V1's pretty good, although it's quite stiff initially, so it needs to be worn in. Right, we're coming up to the KC-135. We're about 50 miles away now. We've got enough fuel to get there, of course. We'll just check our bomb bays. Got plenty of missiles in preparation for this combat air patrol we're going to do later. Okay, when we're about 20 miles away, we'll ask the permission to refuel. And once we've confirmed we are nose cold, we can switch to the autopilot refueling mode and flick our autopilot on, and it will refuel automatically for us. So we can sit back and let the computer do it for us. We're going to have to refuel first, and then our wingman's going to have to refuel as well. So this makes it an extra long mission compared to the other missions. And I've noticed after filming this video's an hour long, so I'm going to try and cut it down. So any parts that we're not doing too much, I'm going to cut it down, because I want to keep the file size as small as possible. I think half an hour is just about the limit for uploading. And we're coming up to the underbelly of the refueler. You can see the refueling probe, and it's got the DID logo on it, so there's a neat little touch that digital image design put on there. And we have contact. And we're getting fuel into our tanks. And we can see in the HUD display our tanks is just over half full now. Okay, we're filled up now. We're going to throttle back. And we're disconnected. We're just going to drop back a bit so the wingman can go underneath. There he is. Right, we're going to cut the video and jump to the next part to keep this video short and sweet. Welcome back, and we refueled. We're both refueled now, and it's time to move on to our next waypoint. We need to check our local area to see if anybody's crept up onto us, but no one's around. It's only friendly planes. There's an F-16 there. There it goes. So we're on to waypoint 4 now, and that's some 70 miles away. There is an enemy plane to our outer perimeter, but it's heading away from us, so nothing to worry about at this stage. So we're now cruising along at about 26,000 feet almost at the speed of sound, and we're crossing the Red Sea. There is plenty of friendly activity. I note that there's the tornadoes that are just behind us. They mustn't be destroyed or the mission goals will have failed, and the mission will fail, so it's important that we stay ahead of this flight group. And now we're on to waypoint 5, and that's our combat air patrol waypoint.
MCON manual 5.
And there's some enemy ground targets there. They're ZSU anti-aircraft guns. Now I'm going to go into the autopilot controls, and you can see there's different types of autopilot modes. There's waypoint, heading, track, speed, takeoff, landing and refuel, and I have used some of these already in these series of tutorials. I'm going to go into the heading waypoint. We're going to stay on our same heading, but I'm going to drop our altitude just to show you how that works. So it'll fly the plane for you in the same heading at a preset altitude, and I'm going to go low enough to get these anti-aircraft guns to fire at us. Now if you're just about 8,000 feet or below, their guns will be in range of you, so that's why it's important to stay above 8,000 feet. So if we can jump into the view of the anti-aircraft gun, they can watch us fly past. Oh, and it's firing at us. There it is, just down below. You can see the gunfire, but we're just outside of the range of its guns, so I just wanted to show you that. There's us flying off into the distance. So if you're attacking any ground targets and there's some anti-aircraft guns there and you need to drop some bombs, then you want to drop them at just above 8,000 feet and no lower, because they are very accurate and deadly and they will chop you up with their guns. Okay, you can see on the map, on a tactical map, there is a dark green triangle just here, and that means it's an unidentified flying object, a UFO if you like, but when we get closer to it we can identify it and see if it's a friendly or foe. And there's some more just ahead of us now. We're in MCON manual setting 2, so our radar isn't on, so if we had that on we might be able to identify it quicker, but then we'll give our position away and we don't want to do that. We want to use our passive sensors where possible, and if it's an enemy we can take it out before it even knows we're here. Okay, we've got some enemy F22s, so this will be a challenging fight because it's a similarly matched plane. It's heavy because it's got external fuel tanks. I'm going to disengage the autopilot now and bank around.
MCON manual 1.
I'm going to set our MCON settings to manual 1 so we don't get detected yet. AIM 120R missiles are coming into range now. I'm going to set our MCON settings to manual 3 quickly and fire away. Missiles away. I'm going to launch one missile at each of these planes. They know we're here now, so I'm going to bank around and put afterburners on and just get out of here as quick as possible. I'm not letting my wingman engage just yet. I'm just going to let him stay with me. And those missiles are heading towards those enemy planes. We jump into the missile view, and it's missed. This missile's missed. That's a shame. Okay, I'm going to tell my wingman to engage now, and that's a bit strange. That plane was already going down, that's why. I'm going to tell my wingman to engage bandits now. And there it goes. I'm going to fly straight ahead and draw them away. They've got radar locks on us, so it's very dangerous for me to turn around and attack them. But while they're busy locking onto me, my wingman's got his missiles away. I'm just going to keep going in this direction. You can see the yellow dot coming out of the blue triangle. That's the wingman's missile. And we jump into the enemy plane. You can see it's launching flares. And it's managed to dodge those missiles, so that's a bit unlucky. These planes are a bit harder to destroy, it seems. I want to make sure our wingman's still engaging. There's still 3 enemy F22s in the air, so we've only managed to take out one of them. We've made enough distance between us and them, so we're going to be able to turn around and launch a barrage of missiles.
Warning. Radar lost.
Missile away. And off they go. Right, we're going to continue with our tactic by launching our missiles and turning around. I can't help my wingman just yet. Alright, he's got one down with guns. That's great work. Now we go into the missile view and it's missed again. Okay, there's at least one plane on our 6 almost. I'm going to tell my wingman to engage, he's just in the right place. You can see my wingman's the blue triangle. I'm drawing him into the right position. And there he is, he's just behind me, this enemy plane. And there's a anti-aircraft gun just ahead as well, so I just want to bank to the right now. I don't want to go into the radar envelope of that anti-aircraft gun, just in case I get drawn down lower. And I can't be sure if it's a surface-to-air missile site either, so... Okay, the enemy plane's launched a missile at us, so I need to launch some chaff. And I've broken the lock. And now I'm turning around. And I'm behind the enemy plane now. Missile away. We've got a lock. And we follow this missile. It should hopefully hit home now. Boom! Excellent! Right, I think we've cleared them all out. I'll tell my wingman to disengage now and see what else they've got to throw at us. Then there's some more unidentified flying objects just ahead of us and to the left. So we need to go back to our combat air patrol waypoint and identify these planes. They're in range for view, and there's some more F22s. They're about 42 miles away. If we check our wingman stores, he's completed out of missiles. So we're not too good on our inventory right now. I'm going to reduce our MCON settings to manual 1 so we can sneak up on these planes. I don't think they've seen us. And once we're in range, we'll put our MCON settings to manual 3 and launch our missiles. Missiles away, and we'll go straight back down to MCON setting manual 1. Oops, I've accidentally launched the Sidewinder. You've got to really be careful when you're banking. And there's those missiles heading towards that flight group. And that one's missed. I think we've got one. Yes, we have. It's exploded. Right. Gonna go back into MCON 2 so we can talk to our wingman and I'll tell them to engage my target. I think it's 2 against 1 now, so we're in a strong position. We've got our Sidewinder selected and missile away. We've got a lock. It's launching flares, I can see in the distance. Oh, it's in a bad place. And we've got it. It just flew right into our missile. We've got another lock. So this one's damaged. I don't think I'll waste the missile on him. There he goes, whizzing past us with smoke coming out. Alright, there's 2 more contacts and they're more F22s. I'm going to tell my wingman to engage. I'm going to go to MCON manual 1, but I think it's too late, they've seen us now.
Warning, radar lock.
Right, they're out of range of our Sidewinders, they're some 26 miles away. I'm just going to fly perpendicular so we can break the lock that this plane's got on us. And there's some other green triangles there, so some friendly planes. I think I can leave them to battle it out. Ah, it's down anyway. Right, there's an enemy airfield just ahead of us. And there's some F-35s on the ground with no anti-aircraft cover at all, so that's good news. And I think that F-22 has been taken out now. I'll just double check it. Yes, it's on fire and its wings damaged with smoke coming out. And there it goes into the ground. I'm going to tell my wingman to knock it off and come back to me. Now these F-35 Joint Strike Fighters, they need to be taken out because if we don't, they will take off and take us out. So the best way to take these out is using our cannons, because we don't have any air-to-ground missiles. But first there's some more unidentified planes over here. We're going to switch to our MCON manual setting 3. That'll switch our radar on, but I can't find anything, so I'm going to switch to MCON manual 5. I know there's some contacts here. I think we might need to go in closer. Still can't find anything. Okay, I'm going to leave them be and go to manual MCON setting manual 1 and see if we can take out these F-35s at this enemy airfield. Having played this mission before, these will take off and shoot us down, or have a go at shooting us down. So I'm just going to fly over here. There's no protection at all from any anti-aircraft guns or any enemy surface-to-air missile launchers, so these are going to be easy pickings for us. Okay, we're going to line up and shoot with our cannons. And guns, guns, guns. And exploding. And another one. Whoa, we need to pull up. Oh, we got to be careful. Not to get carried away. It's easy to pick up speed very quickly, so where possible use the air brake and drop your throttle back a bit. I'm going to come round for another pass. If you press T, it will create a shooting list. There's 2 more planes left. And there's another one down. Right, there's another plane left. It's going to swing around. I know one's damaged. And one is unscathed. And here we go again. And that's exploded. And this other one's on fire, so if we don't destroy it this time around, I think we'll leave that be. Right, time to look at these enemy airplanes. They're close enough to be identified, and they are Hawks. Let's have a look at one. We've not seen one of these yet in these series of videos. Now, Hawks are 2-seater trainer planes, but they are used as one's on fire already by a few nations around the world. I think nearly 20 nations as trainer planes or ground strike planes, and they are used by the Red Arrows display team. And if anyone's seen the Red Arrows, they perform air stunts and air shows. But in this mission, they are the enemy planes. Right, we're going to gain some altitude so we can have the advantage of altitude. And up we go. With our afterburners on. And we're going to level out at about 37,000 feet. And these Hawks have a very small radar envelope, so they're not going to find us easily. And they're already under attack by some friendly allied planes already, I can see. If we have another look at this Hawk. It's a nice little maneuverable plane. And this one's got 2 external fuel tanks. Now, wingman's still with us, just behind us. And these Hawks have been destroyed. There's still one left, just over here, and it's launching chaff, I can just see. Oh, it's launching flares now. So an infrared missile is on its tail. Has been hit, and there it goes.
Warning, radar locked.
Oh, there's some more enemy planes just over here, and there's more F22s. They just keep coming, these planes. There's some 31 miles away. And we don't have many missiles left, so this is not going to be easy. We're deep into enemy territory actually, so I need to go back to waypoint 5. So we're just going to put our afterburners on full and just head straight back over to waypoint 5. We've drifted really deep into enemy territory somehow. There's some friendly F-16s who've helped us out take out these Hawks and the last of the other flight group of F-22s, so we can thank them later. But first and foremost we need to survive and head back over to where we should be. Now, if possible, we won't engage them, because our mission isn't to take out everything in this entire mission. It'd be impossible. If we jump into the F-16, it's fighting those F-22s and the missile's been launched. It's dogfighting now. Oh, slammed! The F-16 got taken out. There's another F-16, I believe it's its wingman, it's still in the air. I can see it's in a dogfight there. Just behind us. Now we're travelling at the speed of 1.6 Mach. Or I should say Mach 1.6. We jump into the smart view of the other F-16 and one of the F-22s has been destroyed. And it's still fighting out with the other F-22 there. And let's see what's ahead of us. There's the Eurofighters and the Tornadoes coming in. Okay, let's help out that F-16. We're going to turn around and engage. Oh, I think the F-16, we've left it a bit late unfortunately. I think he's gone now. I'm going to have to take out this F-22 now. Oh, I've accidentally launched the missile again. Right, we've got our sidewinders selected. So it's time for some revenge. Alright, we're a bit far away for our sidewinders. We need to get in close. Less than 10 miles if possible. Right, there's some 36 miles to close. So we just need to close in. Our wingman's ahead of us, so he's going to have to use his guns. He's got no missiles left.
Radar lock.
But he's too high up. He's some 33,000 feet, and the F-22 enemy one is some 5,000 feet above the ground. Okay, they're coming in close to each other now. We're not in range just yet. And there's the enemy F-22. It's under fire. I can hear the guns.
Shoot.
But we're in range now.
Radar
We need to get a lock. And missile away. There it goes. Boom! Another one down.
Autopilot engaged.
Okay, I think it's time to get out of here. And that's 10 planes for us. Now we can see on the tactical display we're still quite deep into enemy territory. So we need to get over to waypoint 5 still. So off we go. And there's some more unguarded planes here at this airfield. I wonder if we can have a passing shot at this plane. I want to slow ourselves down with the air brake on. So like before when we were attacking the F-35s, we've got another plane that's a sitting duck here. You can see the guns shooting across the bows of this plane as a warning shot. Boom, and that's the plane down. And there's another one just here, and that's been taken out too. It's a C-130. So that's an enemy transport plane. And if we have a look at it, it's got the 4 turboprop engines. I'm going to tell my wingman to engage it. And we'll see if the wingman can take it out. There's some other enemy planes 200 miles away. They're out of reach, I think. And we're going to let the wingman engage. And the wingman's got it. Its guns. We're just sitting back and watching the action. Its right engine is on fire. And the wingman's making a real hash brown of this one. He's taking his time. Must be a bug in the computer program. He's just swinging about. Oh my goodness. Just shoot. I'm going to tell him to knock it off, so maybe he's too close. And now I'm going to tell him to engage. Well, he's fired one shot off. And another shot. But I think its curtains is going down into the ground. Our wingman's done enough. And there he goes. I'll tell my wingman to come back to me and form up. And the light has changed. It's 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And we're going to go straight to our landing waypoint now. And welcome back. We had a pretty uneventful flight back to our friendly airfield. So it's taken us about 12 minutes to get here. We've asked the airfield to land and we put our autopilot on to land the plane for us. Mission goals have been completed. Excellent. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. Until next time, bye bye.